It was just a research project. Then they saw something. By morning, they were gone, but their fear never left. Within the walls of Millfield University, 3 brilliant minds vanished in such a way that their discovery challenged the very limits of science. This is the case where an academic assignment became the cover for a secretive death. What had they seen? Had they discovered something no one was meant to know? The police files were closed, but the truth remains unknown to this day. This is the story that will ask you, can you truly believe in something you cannot see? It was November 1993. The prestigious Millfield University, near Cambridge, England, was quietly moving through an ordinary autumn semester. 3 top students from the physics department, Michael Yates, David Finch, and Eleanor Vance, were working on a special research project for their final year. The 3 were close, considered the brain trust of their class. Their project was based on quantum mechanics and theoretical physics. On the night of November 6th, Michael told his roommate he was going to the lab with David and Eleanor because they had obtained some interesting data. At 8 a.m., the lab security guard noticed the door was slightly ajar. Inside, a few pictures stood straight. Whiteboards were filled with equations, and the 3 students' bags and coats were placed at their spots. Coffee cups, now cold, were on the table. But Michael, David, and Eleanor were nowhere to be found. It seemed as if they had simply, into thin air, disappeared. The police were called. There were no signs of a struggle, no break-in, just empty space. A week passed with no leads. Then, investigators looked at their notes. On the last page of Michael's diary, in heavy handwriting, was written, "It shouldn't be here. It's looking back." Who was this referring to? And the strangest thing, in their research data, was the working of an equation that made no sense. A formula that, according to experts, gave practically impossible results. The focus of the investigation became their professor, Dr. Alistair Crowe. He said, in the last few weeks, they were overly excited. I think they observed something. The forensics team noticed odd things in the lab. A cold spot on the floor near one corner, a small power dip from that same night, and a question written on a whiteboard. If the observer effect is real, what happens when it observes us? Witnesses said Eleanor had been anxious, that she was scared. The security guard had heard a strange sound from the direction of the lab at night, like a sharp intake of breath in fast wind. Professor Evelyn Redd looked at the equations and said, "This points to a theoretical condition, as if you're retuning into a radio station that shouldn't actually exist. If someone does tune in, does that station listen back?" The case grew cold. Then, a week later, cleaning staff found strange chalk marks on the wall near that cold spot. They didn't match any known script. Then another discovery surfaced. Professor Robert Clark from electrical engineering recalled that, on the same night, he had recorded a sharp spike in the electromagnetic field in his lab below, the kind of thing that normally only happens with a lightning strike. Had some kind of event occurred there that was affecting energy? Theories began to change. Had they built something that took them somewhere? Had someone kidnapped them? Had the pressure driven them mad? No answer fit. The pressure grew so intense that Dr. Crowe fled to Scotland, and Eleanor's friend began receiving anonymous phone calls. Then, in early 1994, the case had almost gone completely cold. That's when an old box from 1974 was found in the university library's basement. It was labeled, Project LENS Terminated. The reports inside revealed that in 1974, there had also been a secret project by professors and students aimed at studying whether thought and observation could change physical reality. The report's final page stated, Project terminated after subjects reported severe psychological distress, sensations of being watched, and one unexplained disappearance. Case of research assistant Thomas Abbott. Was the 1993 incident a repeat of 1974? A surviving member, Dr. Helen Morrison, said in a tearful interview, Thomas kept saying, "It was watching him. Then one night, he was in the monitoring room and just vanished. Exactly like those kids in 1993. With this new information, Millfield University permanently sealed all related files. An official statement came out saying no link between the two cases had been found. The case of Michael, David, and Eleanor was filed away as unsolved. Today, 30 years later, this case lives online as a cult mystery called the Millfield 3. Michael's mother still holds a candlelight vigil every November 6th. The university shut down that lab. But questions remain. Did they open some kind of window that never closed? It's looking back. Was it the same thing that was watching Thomas Abbott in 1974? The final official report's last line was, "The disappearances are attributed to unknown causes." The role, if any, of their academic research remains purely speculative. The case is closed. But closing case files doesn't change reality. One night in 2022, a security guard at Millfield University's library reviewed CCTV footage. It was the footage in front of the cupboard holding those old sealed physics files. At 3:17 a.m., the cupboard's automatic sensor light turns on by itself, as if someone is standing there. No one appears on screen, but the light stays on for 7 full minutes, then goes out on its own. The guard wrote in his report, "Possible sensor malfunction." Perhaps that's all it was. Or perhaps something that never really leaves came back to see if its secret was still hidden.